New at 6, the controversy of same-sex marriage will now go before the Kern High School District. Tonight, that board will vote on a resolution in support of Proposition 8, the Protection of Marriage Act. The resolution, authored by board members Ken Mettler and Chad Vegas, is in response to the Supreme Court ruling back in June of this year, in which same-sex marriages became legal. According to the resolution, the institution of marriage between a man and a woman is the foundation of family and society as an important role model for children. But people we spoke with say it's not the school district's decision, and they should be spending their time more wisely.
Well, I think they should let gay people do whatever they want, because each person as an individual has the right to be happy, the pursuit of happiness. And if some person tries to tell them that they can't be happy and they can't be married, then like, what is that?
What I choose to do is raise my children in a marriage between a man and a woman. I don't agree that the school should be involved in that, though. That's between my husband and I.
If I think they have enough already on their ticket with everything else that's been going on with the Kern High School District, they shouldn't be getting involved with it at all. They have enough to deal with already.
The initiative on November's ballot would overturn the California Supreme Court decision that legalized same-sex marriage. It needs a simple majority of votes to pass.
New at 11, a resolution in support of Proposition 8, the Protection of Marriage Act, failed tonight before the Kern High School District Board of Trustees. The resolution, authored by board members Ken Mettler and Chad Vegas, is in response to the Supreme Court ruling back in June in which same-sex marriages became legal. It was a split vote, with Mettler and Vegas voting for it, Joel Heinrichs and Bob Hampton against it. Board member Brian Beatty was absent. The failed resolution stated the institution of marriage between a man and a woman is the foundation of family and society as an important role model for children. As for the initiative on November's ballot, it needs a simple majority of votes to pass and overturn the state Supreme Court's decision.
Vote yes to ban gay marriage or vote no to allow it. ABC 23's Carl Mandic is live in our newsroom now with more on how the Board of Trustees was set to sort of make a stand tonight. Carl?
Chris, Trustee Ken Mettler brought up the issue before the board tonight, hoping to send a message that the local high school district is for traditional marriage, just like Proposition 8. Called Proposition 8 a hot-button issue, but it was stickers, not buttons, that opponents of Prop 8 had on at tonight's Board of Trustees meeting. The board decided in a 2-2 vote not to take a position for or against the proposition that defines traditional marriage. After the decision was made, supporters cleared the boardroom in jubilation.
Elation that Kern High School District decided to stay out of an issue that really would ostracize many populations.
It's up to the parent that's parenting that child to teach that child what's right and wrong, not for the high school district to take a stance and say, we don't agree with this, we agree with this is how it's going to be.
Ken Mettler and Chad Vegas were the only two members of the board who voted to support Proposition 8.
To think that the redefinition of marriage is not going to affect public education and our children is to be completely naive.
And in education, we can see the difference when we have children that come from a good nuclear family, the ideal. It's not always achievable, but we should strive for it, and we should protect marriage, not undermine it.
Mettler spoke of winning the war instead of the battle, alluding to November's general election. Board member Joel Heinrich said he would support the initiative in November, but didn't feel the board should take a stance on it tonight, something that bewildered Vegas and Mettler.
If you're going to say you're going to vote for something in your private life but not in your role as a trustee, I think is kind of contradictory, because you're the full package. You were elected. You're in office now.
I don't know if I find it contradictory. I find it hopelessly naive.
In November, the general election will be held, and that will be the time to decide who will win the battle and the war of Proposition 8. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Carl Mandic, ABC 23.
Politics and the classroom took center stage at a meeting tonight of the Kern High School District Board, with one trustee trying to convince the others to endorse a proposition that would reverse legalized gay marriage in California. 17's Lou Wasson joining us from the News Center tonight with more. Lou.
Well, Tammy, only 4 of the 5 board members were present for tonight's vote, and in the end, board members were divided, and Proposition 8 opponents were celebrating. When it was all said and done, supporters of gay marriage won another small battle in their war to keep gay marriage legal.
To vote in support of discrimination is not the example that we need to be setting for our children.
KHSD board member Ken Mettler spearheaded an effort to get the board to endorse Proposition 8, which would ban gay marriage in California. He got support from fellow board member Chad Vegas, who went so far as to call it one of the watershed issues of Western civilization.
And it's incumbent upon us, I believe, as elected officials to, and even as a school board, to say that we favor traditional marriage.
But opponents of Proposition 8 say the school district is out of bounds in trying to dictate morals.
I'm saying that to impose that belief system on our students and on their staff members is not right.
One argument from Mettler and Vegas was that children raised by a mother and father usually fare better in the classroom than those with same-sex parents. Gay marriage advocates disagree.
One of the ladies who spoke this evening, they've been together for 20 years and they have children and grandchildren who are all honor students. This is from a lesbian couple, so and there are many more examples of that.
Ultimately, opponents of Proposition 8 don't feel school boards should touch this issue.
It's supposed to be a neutral party to support the community as a whole and not propagandize or have a specific agenda for the community that they serve.
Bob Hampton and Joel Heinrichs voted against the proposal, which means it failed. Heinrich says while he may support Prop 8 in November, it has no bearing at a school district board meeting.